This is Three Guys in a Basement. I'm Mickey.
I'm Brandon.
Brody couldn't be with us this week again, but it's all fine. This week we'll be reviewing Ted 2 and talking about our favorite video games of all time. We just came back from the Ted 2 premiere. What did you think, Brandon?
I loved it. Comedy-wise, I think it was, I would say it's about the same, how I felt about it, about the same as the first one, but story-wise, I think it was much better than the first one. The first one didn't have a story at all.
This one actually had a plot. Like, it's not a teddy bear just trying to actually be human, and he doesn't have his, like, civil rights and everything. The other one was kind of like him kicking out his teddy bear, and that's about it, and just a bunch of shenanigans happens.
Yeah, this one actually had a story, and it was good, and I really enjoyed it.
As far as me, I don't think it's as funny as the first one, but I think for what it is, it's really, like, as we discussed on the previous podcast, it's really tough to make a sequel that really lives up to the first one. I still had my moments where we laughed, but overall, it's a really funny movie. If you guys have never heard of it, Ted, it's directed by Seth MacFarlane. It's a really funny movie. Definitely check that out.
Yep.
One other thing I'd like to touch upon about some people. We
have another story about people behind us.
We always seem to run into, like, the biggest douchebags whenever we go to see movies. There was these not these people. There was a girl sitting behind. I think it was you.
Yeah, it was me.
Sitting behind him, and you know how all the movies, like, they play trailers at the beginning? There was a bunch of trailers playing. It was like, oh, we should see this, we should see this, we should... She was so negative.
Everything. Literally everything.
They look so bad. They look so bad. The minions aren't funny at all. I never laughed. Look, they're trying to be funny. It's not like we agree with that, but still...
Yeah, we don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
Like, we say it, like, to you guys in the podcast, but we don't, like, that's rude. You don't just say that. And
at the very end of the movie, like, I thought it was okay, but I didn't hate it. She's like, that's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I hated it the whole time.
I was like, what?
And then, like, they showed a preview for Straight Outta Compton, and she said the most ignorant statement I've ever heard.
I didn't hear her, but when Brandon told me, I was pissed off.
She said, why are they making a movie about hip-hop music? No one likes that type of music. That's literally all the music I listen to. And that is, even if you don't like that type of music, the movie looks amazing, and the story is real, and it actually happened. And it's
from
like,
actual producers that were in NWA.
It's the history of, it's real, it will happen. It does. I don't get it.
I don't know, there's always bad people. But anyways, that's a review for Ted 2.
I would say see it. I give it a strong 8.5, a soft 9.
I give it like a strong 7. Definitely check it out. We're not going to do spoilers. We already just, like, me and Ryan talked about this. If we spoil anything, it's going to ruin some of the funniest jokes in this movie. Just go see it. Like, yeah. It's a good comedy to see.
100%.
Next, we're going to talk about our favorite video games. So, Brandon, why don't you start us off?
All right, I made a top 10 list with honorable mentions. So I'll start with my honorable mentions. We'll talk about both of the games, and then you can start jumping in with your games, and then we can go back and forth. My first honorable mention game is a PlayStation exclusive for the PS3, Beyond Two Souls. That game was phenomenal. It is...
Explain to people if they've never heard of it.
It is with Ellen Page, and basically she is... It's just going through her life as she is connected with a spirit.
Yeah.
And you control her and you control the spirit. And basically just the story behind her life.
It's a good narrative.
Yeah, it's like a movie. It's like you're playing a movie.
It's like, I've seen the behind the scenes. It looked really cool. They were doing, like, mocap.
Yeah.
And, like, the character really looks like Ellen Page.
Oh, yeah, it looks exactly like her. It's
really
crazy.
Good, yeah.
And I think it's good to give spoilers here, just to talk about these games.
I feel like, like, sometimes
to get our point across.
Yeah.
Like, what I loved about the story was, it, like, turned out in the end, like, the ghost was, like, a twin that died in the womb.
Yeah.
And it was really cool, and it was a really good ending, and the whole story tied together, and, like, I just really enjoyed the game, and it just had a lasting effect on me. My next...
Really good game.
Yeah. My next honorable mention is a older game for a PS2. original Xbox, and I'm not sure what other systems it was for.
Probably like
PC, maybe GameCube. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Definitely not GameCube, but take that back.
Mommy, I'm shooting some hookers.
Oh my god, that's
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Grand Theft Auto, the Super Mario version.
Now, these honorable mentions are not in any list because I have another Grand Theft Auto, but this is my favorite Grand Theft Auto of all time.
San Andreas is so...
Oh, it was so freaking good. Such a good story, such a good setting. It was above its time.
I liked it because it's a real place too. Like
that
neighborhood is the place Waka Flocka actually grew up when he was like going through all that stuff.
Flame. But yeah, it's not as fresh in my mind, so I can't really like get into like the story and that.
Like
but
10 years ago, 10, 11, something like
but
that.
It's such a good game, and it just stuck with me that it was my favorite Grand Theft Auto of all time.
I agree.
Now, my next one is another Grand Theft Auto, my second favorite Grand Theft Auto of all time. Grand Theft Auto 5, the most recent one.
Oh my god, it's so good.
The way they connected the three characters, Michael, Franklin, and, in my opinion, one of the top 5 greatest video game characters of all time, Trevor Phillips. I love that guy.
Biggest friggin' redneck ever.
Oh, he is just, like, the first thing you're introduced, he is having sex with a girl in his trailer park, and then he goes out, and the girl's boyfriend... Like, she was cheating on him, and then he just kills him. Yeah. He just curb stomps him and kills him, and that's how you first introduced. Just shows you how crazy he is. Everything about that game was fun. There was some negatives with that game being, there was too much, hey, go do this for me. Alright, thanks for doing that. Now go do this for me. Yeah. I think if they would have added more, there's too many favors. They would have added 2 more heists instead of too many favors. That would have been sick. That would have made the game perfect. But still phenomenal game. Stuck with me. Amazing. Now I have another game that came... A lot of my games are games that came out recently. Not recently, but...
Fairly new.
Fairly new, and they just stuck with me. Yeah. And just because I played a lot of games when I was younger, but I wasn't really into video games, so there's not a lot of games that stuck with me.
That's all I did when I was younger. Video games, like movies.
Like, I did too, but it just, nothing, like, stuck with, like, I was just like, oh, I played this game for, like, 30 minutes. For, like, fun. And then I
didn't stop. Blah, blah. Like, I was one of those kids who was addicted to beating games. And didn't go on to something else. Like, for instance, GoldenEye. Yeah. I'm not going to go too deep in. I know you don't like that game. But
I'm one of a few.
When I first got it, I beat that game in, like, a couple days. Like, I just non-stop played it. I was in love with that game.
I liked playing that game multiplayer with people. Like
that scared me actually. Like, because when people turn around corners and they shoot you, and then the music comes on. That
was the only time I really sat down and played that game. Was like if people were in the room and they're like, "Come play GoldenEye with us."
Everything.
I
knew all the cheats. I knew all how to get all the secret characters and everything. Like I forget everything because I haven't played N64 in like 4 or 5 years. Yeah. If I were to probably get back into it, like I love that game, man.
They should really make that game for, like, Wii U.
You know what? They remastered it with, what's the newest Bond's name?
Daniel Craig,
but it didn't feel the same to me. Yeah. It didn't feel the same to me, because they just replaced Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah. It should have kept him.
The whole point of GoldenEye was that he was the James Bond of that 90s era. Yeah. And it didn't feel the same. Yeah. It was basically the same game, just remastered. I don't know. Shouldn't have done it, in my opinion. But anyways.
Yeah, my next honorable mention is a game that came out some of the first era of next gen. Yeah. And that's Wolfenstein: The New Order. This game, I heard about this game. I seen it. I'm like, wow, that looks pretty cool. And then shout out to the Rad Brad, one of my favorite YouTubers that I watch. He does video game walkthroughs of story games. He was playing this game, and I watched, I think, 2 parts, 20 minutes each, and I was like, I need to buy this game. This game is phenomenal. I went out and bought it the next day, and I don't regret it for a second. There's some games I see, I'm like, oh, that looks amazing. I go out and buy it, and I'm like, why did I buy this game?
The only Wolfenstein I'm familiar with is, like, the old games. Even those were pretty good.
Yeah, it's not like that. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's so different. It's so fun.
It's rejuvenated. It's not like it
was one of the first experiences where it was like, wow, this is a next gen game. Yeah. And it just blew me away. Definitely like my most shocking game of the year.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, had no anticipation for this game at all.
It came out of nowhere.
And it just blew me away.
Yeah.
My
Calves?
if you can't see us, but a goose just flew and went right into my mouth. So no, yeah, this game is a game that was universally not every single person, but majority of people definitely were let down by this game, and a lot of people hated this game, but I absolutely loved it. I felt this game. Like I said, it felt next gen. This felt completely next gen to me. It was the first time I ever thought, okay, I'm playing next gen. And that's Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people didn't like it or felt disappointed by it. It went above my expectations.
I wasn't disappointed with it, but I felt like there could have been more.
Yeah.
Like, the story was really good, and it felt really cinematic, but I felt like some of the missions are really repetitive.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I love how they intertwine the online, how, like, you could be in the middle of a mission, and then someone's just hacking you from online.
Me off so much.
It did piss me off, but it
pissed me off. You're, like, in the middle of doing a story mission, and it's like, this person's hacking you right now. You have to go do this, or you lose. It's like, fuck, man. I'm on a time limit.
It definitely did piss me off, too. But I love how cool that is, because like that's not anything you could experience before. The best
parts was when like a hacker's trying to find you, like you're in charge of hacking, part of a mission, and like you're camping and they can't find you, and you could see them running around you, and you're just chilling, and by the time you're done hacking, it's too late.
I remember someone did that to me, and I found him at the last second. It was like zero.
That
I was like, oh no!
They're always in the car, and you can't open the car door for some reason.
Yeah, I love that game. Now, before we start getting to my top 10, you want to talk about a game?
I thought of, I don't know if this is on your top 10, but Skyrim.
It is not, but that is...
Skyrim,
that could easily have been in my
I wasn't really into video games when that came out too much. Yeah. But when Skyrim came out, I was like, I've never been so addicted to a game in my entire life.
Yeah, you were.
Skyrim. Me and Brody, that's all we could... Like, I knew everything. I forget everything about the game now, but I had all the Daedric armors. I explored the entire map. I had all the dragon shouts. Like, this game is probably the most completed game I've ever, like, had in my life.
Yeah.
I will never complete a game this much. I'm not even kidding. I played for, like, a month straight every single day for at least 8 to 16 hours. Yeah. I was obsessed with this game. That's all I gotta say about that.
I thought it was a great game. I didn't get into it as Brody and Mickey did. I sucked at the game. Like, I'd just see a dragon and I'd run away, and then it would still find me and kill me. It's like the first time
you ever see a dragon.
Oh my god.
Those things scared the crap out of me.
I had jumped off my horse, and it followed my horse, and I just rolled down the hill, and it, like, killed my horse, and I was just like, yes, sacrifice the horse for the dragon god. But, yeah, it was a really amazing game. Yeah. It was one of those games where it's just like, there's some games like you love, and it's like, I liked it. I didn't love it because I just sucked at it.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate the greatness that it is.
Talk about another game that was like probably my top 10 of all time. The original Knights of the Old Republic.
I never played those. I have nothing. I can't provide to this conversation. I wish
Brody was here right now. Oh my god, that's probably one of the best Star Wars games, if not like MMO wise.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I knew everything about that game. If they're honestly not rebooting that right now, I hope Visceral's doing something like that, or like, just do something, because the online game was so bad. As much as I love that new I don't know why I'm talking like so nasally. Like my nose is contracting right now as I'm getting intense.
Oh, what? Oh, there's a peacock in here. Fly away!
I'm talking in funny voices.
Anyways. The Fallen Empire looks amazing. Like the cinematics are like, it's perfect, but the game is so friggin' bad. It pisses me off just thinking about it. Because I beat that game in like probably 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah.
Because I found out like a glitch how to get more XP, and
yeah, and like, it just made you like run through people.
This is bad. Like, why do you have patches like this? It's like,
yeah.
I even played the beta, and the beta was okay. I'm like, oh, it has potential, and it's like pretty much the exact same thing.
Yeah, I hate that. Like, the whole point of the betas should be, like, improve on the mistakes that...
And it's like you know, it's like you attack and then you have to pause. And then you attack,
I hate that.
Pause. I hate those games.
Oh, man. I hate that so much.
That's why like Skyrim and Witcher are sick. You just
Yeah,
keep
you
attacking.
just
But yeah, that's one of my favorite like games of all time. Trying to think of another one. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, the first one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that game is amazing. I'm so sad that that's not canon anymore.
I know.
But for what it was an amazing game. I think
It was.
It came out 2008.
Yeah.
The second game,
it was really good. It was just way too short.
It was good, but the story was so quick,
Yeah.
man. I beat the game in like a day.
Like, if it was longer, it would have been like I think as good as the first one.
Yeah, there's better force powers and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But other than that, that's all I can think of for the moment. I'm sure I'll think of something else as
Yeah.
you're talking.
My number 10 is a next gen game.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah, that shouldn't be surprised. A lot of games coming out these days are really
just
good.
so good.
Yeah.
And that's Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor.
I played that. I didn't like get in depth with it, but
I played the shit out of that game. I played through it, the entire game. You can check out my walkthrough on my YouTube channel, plug 93B Rice. But it is just so freaking good. It feels like the way they showed the game off, I was like, holy crap, this looks good, but it kind of feels like it might be Batman Arkham meets Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that's what I
but
thought too.
It has those aspects, but it doesn't feel like that at all. It feels like a Lord of the Rings game. It feels like just something so new. It felt so next gen, like how you like.
This takes place before the first movie, right?
I believe so.
Like
yeah,
way before the first movie.
I'm almost certain. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say 100% yeah, because I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain yeah. And it just, I love how like you would fight an orc, and then if it got away, you meet it again, and it's like it knows, like it's just like I met you again, blah blah
or
blah.
if like you almost killed it, you let it go, and it's like having revenge on you.
Yeah, or like it kills you, and you like survive. Like there's like a thing where it's like you don't respawn, you come back to life
as like a spirit or something.
Yeah, because you're like half a spirit, half a human. So you have like the powers of like one of the people in Lord of the Rings, I forget. But and it's just like if you kill them, they're like, "What? I thought you were dead. What the hell?" And that's so cool. And I love that game. It was so much fun.
That's really good.
My number 9 is started out as the end of 360 PS3 era, but they made a remastered version, and that is Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say Last of Us.
No. Tomb Raider was so freaking good. Honestly, playing through this game from start to finish, I was just throughout the game, I was just like, wow, like I was just wow, like the visuals and just the story and everything. It just felt so fun. And like when there's games that have been remastered that
don't really change much.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't need to play that game.
Yeah.
I've played 4 remasters. 4? Yeah, 4. And all 4 of them are on this list. One of them was honorable mentions, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
The other 2 are on here, and we'll get to those later. But those are, like, to remaster a game, I really have to love it, and that is one of the ones I just love. It
runs really smooth too.
Yeah, so smooth.
So nice in 60 frames, man.
1 through 10, honestly, are 10 out of 10 games to me. Like, they're just perfect. Yeah, that's all. That game's just...
I like that game because it broke, like, we talked about this before, we were talking about E3. Like, it broke the stigma of what Lara Croft was.
Yeah.
Because it's like, she's not this big, bodacious, like, woman anymore that's, like... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in a bikini, and there's those stupid mods that you can put on.
Yeah.
Like, it's like she's a woman that's struggling to do these missions, and she's a human being.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more personable. It's not like, oh, she has like her bikini on, like cleavage and stuff. No, she's like a woman with like messed up hair. And
and like
she's like tripping over stuff and breaking her arm.
Yeah, it's like a true origin, and it's so good.
Speaking of which, they're developing a movie, I heard.
Yep.
With a female director.
Hopefully they cast Emilia Clarke.
Emilia Clarke. You heard it here first. It's going to happen. She's young enough. She looks like freaking...
Lara Croft.
Lara Croft is perfect.
Yep.
Anyways.
I can't wait for Rise of the Tomb Raider Xbox
next
One.
on your list?
Number 8, I have a RPG that's not really an RPG. It's like a spoof RPG, and that is South Park: Stick of Truth.
I thought you were gonna say like some like Plants vs Zombies.
Oh God, no.
Plant Warfare 2.
South Park: Stick of Truth. I see in this game, and the first thing they showed gameplay, but it didn't look like an RPG when they first showed it. I'm like, oh my God, this game looks hilarious. It looks awesome.
South Park, yeah.
And then it started showing RPG, and I'm like, I don't like RPG games. Damn it! And then it started, like, it was getting closer to release, and they started showing more stuff, and I was just like, I'm not even looking at that. I'm so pissed that they made it into an RPG. And literally a week before it came out, I was like, you know what? I'm bored. There's nothing. Let's see what it looks like. I'm like, oh crap, this game actually looks really fun. So I ended up getting it, and I honestly, like, it honestly is about, like, normal RPGs are like 60 hours, 80 hours, 100 hours, like, they're crazy. This game's 20 hours, which is still a good amount. Like,
you play it every day, you just split it up.
I beat this game in like 3 or 4 days. Like, just how much fun I just had with this game. It was so fun, so funny. I can't wait for the next one they're making. Forget what it's called, but they showed it.
Stick of Truth 2, I think that's what they called it.
No, it was something different. It was like...
Really? I'm pretty sure it's Stick of Truth, but it's like just like superhero version.
Yeah, they call... look,
who cares?
Do you have a game?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of something. Maybe there's something...
I found it. The fractured butthole. The fractured butthole. It's like butthole, but butthole. That's funny. I like that. Yeah, if you're still thinking, I'll go with my number 7 here. And one of the universally loved Call of Duties. Call of Duty is a tricky topic because not everyone likes that type of game, and if you do, there's a lot of people that they don't agree on what's a good Call of Duty, what's a bad Call of Duty. But this is, I think there's 3 universally loved Call of Duties, and that's Call of Duty 4, Black Ops 1.
That's my favorite of all time.
And my favorite, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I will never forget just playing online with my friends for hours, staying up.
I've ever like heard of. Remember when we were in high school and people were talking about it? That's like the only thing they talk about. Like the entire
Modern
time
Warfare
in
2.
high school.
Yeah, getting nukes and
yeah, man.
It is just I'll never forget the times playing that game on Rust, that small little map with all my friends on Xbox 360. Nostalgia is just it was so fun, and I wish Call of Duty can feel like that again. I still have fun with it, but I'd never have fun with Call of Duty as much as I did with Modern Warfare 2.
This fast-oiled machine that just produces like mediocre stories.
Yeah, after Black Ops 1, it was just
they
a
need
giant
to hire
turd.
a strong story person, or spend more time making games.
Yeah, I actually don't mind the story. I'm just a multiplayer
Instead
guy.
of just like making a game every year, they should just add DLC packs for like multiplayer and like story mode.
Yeah.
That way they could spend more time making the story to make it like good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The problem is they won't ever do that because their excuse
they make too
is
much money.
Well, they have 3 developers that make the game, so like one developer makes the game, and then the next one, and then the next one. So that's their excuse that they're working on it for 2 years.
That's no excuse, man.
I know that's what they say. My number 6 is another game that got remastered. That I when I first heard it was getting remastered, I was like, I love that game, but I'm not gonna play it. And then it came out, and Christmas time came around. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to throw it on the list. And I got it for Christmas, and I played through it again, and I was just like, holy crap, I forgot how much I loved this game because it was like 3 years after it came out. But Sleeping Dogs. That game was supposed to be a True Blood sequel. True Blood?
Really?
I think so. True Blood Streets of LA, is that game? True Crime?
True Crime, yeah.
True Crime, yeah.
True Blood's a TV show.
Yeah, True Blood's a TV show. True Crime. Yeah, it was supposed to be a sequel to True Crime, and then it just kind of fell off, and then another company bought it and made it into Sleeping Dogs.
Its own thing.
Yeah, and it's so good. It's about the story is about an undercover cop in China, Asia, I'm ignorant. I don't know what it is.
But it has like Yakuza in it.
Yeah, and it's basically like you're undercover in the Yakuza, and you're basically your ulterior motive is your sister got addicted to drugs to one of the leaders of the group you're going into, and then you and your family moved to the U.S. and thinking, oh, this will get her off the drugs, and it didn't, and then she died. So basically your motive is just to take this guy down, but then eventually you take him down and you get attached to the group and you start becoming less of a cop and more of a gang member.
Corrupted. Yeah,
and it's an amazing story. It's good amount of violence. It does shooting really well. It's such a fun game. If you haven't played it, go check it out. It's really fun. You can probably get it for cheap now on either system.
I think it's like last time I saw it, $39.99.
Yeah, it's so worth it.
It's on sale for the digital store. I'm considering buying it if I'm ever bored these days.
Yeah, honestly, like a full price is worth it for this game. It's for the price for $40. That's an amazing experience. Number five. I think is universally known as one of the best games of all time. In my top 4, I think I only have like one other game that is universally known as one of the best games of all time. It's just the other ones have different meanings to me. But number 5, Batman Arkham City.
Oh my god.
This game...
one of the best games of all time.
I remember when I played Asylum, I played it for about an hour, and then I didn't play it for like 2 months. I don't know why. I had it and I didn't play it for 2 months, and then I finally played through it. I'm like, wow, this was a great game. And then Arkham City came out. I remember you bought it for me for my birthday.
Yeah.
And we're having people over, and we're supposed to like
play it.
Yeah, you're like, you gotta try this. This game's amazing. I'm like,
all
right.
I think I was like 2 or 3 hours in, and I was addicted.
Man. Yeah, and I was, like, we're having drinks and like we're gonna get drunk party type thing, and then people start coming, and I'm still playing Batman, and I had to turn it off. Like that's how it just grabbed me right away, and it was just it's such an amazing game, so fun. If you haven't played that game and you have a 360 or PS3...
Well, now, if you have an Xbox One's backwards compatible, so now you have a chance to try it out before playing, if you haven't played it before Arkham Knight, which I don't know why you did.
Yeah, definitely.
Major spoilers if you haven't played the game before.
Yeah, go 100%, go play that game if you have not.
I love that series because it's not afraid to like do things that the comics didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert, they kill one of the biggest villains of all time. The comics never did that. They did that recently in the comics, but he's obviously going to come back because he's really popular.
Yep. And, like, even Origins, if Origins was the first game, I think it would be loved.
Origins had story problems, though.
I love that game. Like, I just feel like because it was an Asylum and City. Out of 10
because the story was just weird. It wasn't, like, really...
Yeah, I loved all the boss fights and all the running into all the villains and stuff. I loved what they did with that.
Yeah, I guess,
Arkham
City was really cool.
Oh, Arkham City is the best. Well, I'm playing Knight and it's comparing, but right now, as I'm only like 20% through Arkham Knight, I would say Arkham City is the best.
Yeah, man. Especially like the villain fights. Awesome. Mr. Freeze is one of my favorite fights.
Oh, yeah. That's difficult, that fight.
I think I had to do it at least 20 times.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get it. Like you're in detective mode, it's like, what do you do? It's like when you go, the spray gadget?
Yeah.
You, like, spray it on a certain thing.
Yeah.
And, like, when he gets near it, when he usually never gets near it because he's chasing you.
Yeah.
Anyways, haven't played that game. Check it out. I don't know why you haven't if you're a big comic book, like, Batman fan.
Or just a gamer, like, I know people that don't even like Batman.
In general, people love that game. I was talking to some of my coworkers, like, in their 30s. They talk about that game all the time.
Yeah. And who doesn't like Batman?
Yeah. Most universally loved characters behind Spider-Man.
My number 4, I think, is, if not the most widely loved game of the series, definitely at least number 2. And it's a controversial series because there's a lot of people that love it, a lot of people that hate it. But this game, I know for a fact, is widely loved from the series. And I don't know if you don't like this game. I think you're crazy. It was one of when I started really to get into video games. I sat down and played this game day after day until I beat it, and that was Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh my god, yeah, I completely agree.
100% the best game of the series.
Oh my god.
I know some people say Black Flag. I'm not that big of a fan of Black Flag.
We talked about this.
Yeah, we talked. I don't know. The
pirating's cool and all, but it's really repetitive.
It just gets so repetitive. Assassin's Creed 2, it just feels fresh the entire time. I remember I played the first Assassin's Creed, and I was just like, it was okay. Like,
it was kind of hard, too.
Yeah, it was hard, and it felt overhyped to me.
Yeah.
And then 2 came out, and I waited a long time to play that game. I waited like 3 years. And I finally did, and I didn't play through it or anything. And then I think I played Brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, this is fun. I think I'm going to go back and play the other games.
That's way better.
And Assassin's Creed 2. I was like, oh my god.
Brotherhood was good for what it was. Like, it was cool to train assassins and stuff.
Yeah.
But it did get really repetitive. Like, every time you find an assassin, you gotta, like, send them the missions.
Yeah.
And it took way too long.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 2 as a whole was just a really super fun game. Yeah. The best of the series for me.
I agree.
Number 3, we have a game made by the developers of Beyond Two Souls. It was their first game, and it has a similar feel, but it's different, and it's Heavy Rain. It's a PS3 exclusive, and I remember I was a 360 guy. This is one of those games I would see, and I was like, holy crap, this makes me want to get a PS3. And then when I finally got a PS3, I was like, okay, I have to get Heavy Rain, even though it's an old game. Like, I played it way after it came out. I played through it, and it's just amazing. There's so many different outcomes in that game. And it basically, the story is you're trying to find this killer called the Origami Killer. And you just play it through different people's perspectives, and it all ties in together.
I think I've heard of that, yeah.
And who the Origami Killer is, you don't see coming at all. And it's phenomenal. So good. If you have a PS3... go get that game and play it because it's really cheap. You could probably get it for $20 at the most.
Probably 15, 20.
Yeah, definitely.
Before you go on to your number 2, I thought of this like way before we talk about superhero games.
Yeah,
my favorite superhero game of all time, Spider-Man 2. Like the movie game.
Yeah, I never really played those games, so I can't really.
Really freaking amazing. When you're like one of the first like free roam like games ever. It was so good. It was like you play some of the movie characters, which is only Doc Ock.
Yeah.
But like you get to fight Shocker, Mysterio. It was amazing. It was so much fun. I played that game I beat that game 10 times.
That was on GameCube. Like they had that for GameCube.
PS2,
yeah, I think I always seen that on Blockbuster, and I'm like, I want to rent this game, and I never did.
It was so good, man. Like, I rented it when, like, it was in Blockbuster, and then, like, after my week was done, I went and immediately bought it. It was so freaking good.
I'm disappointed I never played that game. Just by you talking about it.
Oh, my God.
Also
made me, like, re-love Spider-Man again.
Yeah. My number 2 on my list is the game I played most ever in my life. And that is Sonic Adventure 2 for the Dreamcast.
I miss the Dreamcast, man.
This game and that system were just... I'll never get a feeling like that again. And I played through that game, honestly, probably close to 100 times.
Damn.
I would sit there and day after day play through that game. And it wouldn't get boring. It wouldn't get repetitive. I don't know what it was about that game, but I just loved every second of it. I was just obsessed with that game, and it made me fall in love with the Sonic franchise, like TV show, everything about Sonic. I just loved, and that was the game I took away from my childhood. Like, people are like Mario Kart, Mario Party, Zelda, GoldenEye, like you said. I'm like Sonic Adventure 2, man. That was
name
the
another one after you're done. I just thought of something.
That game, just everything, all the villains, the fights. You have to find all the, it's been so long since I played that game, the diamond things that Sonic and Dr. Eggman are always trying to get, and you have to find like 8 of them or something. And oh my god, it's challenging. Even when you play through it so much, it still is challenging. Like, because they made it very approachable to replay.
Yeah.
Because, like, there'll be challenging stuff at the beginning, and then the middle gets easier, and then challenging stuff at the end, so that when you play through it and you play again, you get to the beginning and you forget because you played through the entire game, and you're like, you remember the ending of the middle and like all the end, so you don't really remember the beginning.
It's just like fresh in your mind every
time. And it's difficult, and not difficult, but like challenging. That's a good word. It
challenges you enough to like you can replay it like over and over again.
Yeah.
Before it gets boring.
Yeah. All right, what game were you gonna say?
You're thinking of like old nostalgia stuff. I was thinking about Digimon World 2.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that game. I
don't know if you ever played that.
Oh my god, I was obsessed with that game.
Oh my god, I got like chills when you're talking about nostalgia. Digimon World 2 is probably one of my favorite video games.
Oh, I love that game. I completely forgot about that game. God. Honestly, I haven't thought about that game in years.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember too much of the story, but I just remember like obsessing over it.
Oh my god.
Digimon World 2, one of the best games of all time. I remember just like the open worldness of it, and like just the 3D graphics was like the most top notch at the time. I think I had it for like, I didn't have it, like my cousin had it. I went over his house like every weekend and played it.
Yeah.
It was so much fun, man.
That reminds me of I always went over to my one friend's house to play Twisted Metal on PS1.
Oh my god.
I never had that game, but it was a game I always go to my friend. Like my friend, it was like I didn't even feel like going to my friend's house, but I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go play Twisted Metal.
I was the same way. There's always that friend you go to his house who has the best games. I wasn't allowed to get like really violent games.
Yeah.
The reason I got 007 was because my older sister bought it for me.
Yeah.
Well, not my older sister. She was like adopted. And
whatever.
She bought the 64, and then it came with a bunch of games. It came with MRC. It came with Pokemon Stadium 2, which is
one of the best games ever.
And it came with GoldenEye. And yeah.
So, we've come to my finale, and that is my favorite game of all time.
I completely agree with him.
I've seen people say like this game is overhyped and it's not that good and blah blah blah, but mostly it just gets so much love. I think 100% the best story I've ever experienced in a game in my life. I love how I'm gonna get to the title, don't worry. But I love the survival aspects of this game, how you need to collect bullets, and like you only have 5 bullets.
If you run out of ammo, you're screwed basically.
Yeah. And like you have to adapt to it all. And that is The Last of Us.
Yeah.
This game I played through on PS3. I got the remastered version. I played through it on PS4. Honestly, the PS5 comes out and they put a remastered Last of Us, I'll play it. When the Last of Us movie comes out, I'm pre-ordering tickets. Last of Us 2 comes out when they announce that, because it's kind of flip-floppy. There's been some rumors that it is.
Nolan North, that guy that plays one of the main actor's voices, he kind of let something slip.
Yeah, Troy Baker, the guy who plays Joel, said today that he thinks like he doesn't know what he's talking about, and they haven't signed on for anything yet. I don't know, that I'm really hyped. Like as soon as they announce the game, I don't even have to see anything from it. I'm going to pre-order it, even if it comes out in like 5 years. I'll make sure that I have, because I don't want to.
2020.
I don't care. $80 down. I love that game, and I can play through it 8 million times, and I can't wait for the sequel. I can't wait for the movie. Best game I've ever played in my life.
Let's talk about like some other games. We could talk some games that like shaped our childhood. Like we talked about like Digimon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mentioned it before, but Pokemon Stadium 2.
Oh, that was one of the best 64 games I ever had.
Even the mini games were like
amazing. Oh, that was my favorite part probably, was the mini games.
The Scythers, is that their names? The Scythers?
Yeah, that thing where you cut the trees?
Yeah, you cut in the wood.
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
Every mini game there was fun. Like I know some people
cool,
they didn't like one or other.
You could take all your data from the Game Boy games and upload it. Like I didn't have, like when I started the game, I didn't have any like legendary Pokemon.
Yeah.
I found all of them in my Game Boy game. I put them in like through this connector that you put through your controller. I got everything.
Yeah. I love that.
It was amazing. You got any games to think of in your childhood? Speaking of, like, you talked about Dreamcast. Did you ever play Jet Set Radio Future? Or, like, NBA Jam?
NBA Jam, yes, not Jet Set. I have no idea.
Jet Set Radio Future is like these punk kids that go through New York City like spray painting things, and you could do like crazy. It's basically Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but like rollerblades.
Oh, okay.
It was so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah, the only games I really played for Dreamcast were Sonic Adventure and any sports games. But yeah, I was just, like I said, I was obsessed.
Did you ever play
with
any
Sonic
that? I
Adventure.
remember going to my friend's house, not my friend's, my cousin's house, playing like the old Spyro games.
Oh, yeah.
Those were so much fun.
Spyro, Crash Bandicoot.
Oh my god.
Oh, those were the days. What was that weird like alien thing with the thing on its head and it like went like this and
Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, I love that game too. I love me some Earthworm Jim. That was a classic game.
Yeah.
Going back to N64, I just remembered Pokemon Snap. I don't know why.
I never played that, but I've seen like stuff on YouTube.
That game. I loved it.
What was it, like you taking pictures?
It would be like, all right, you have to take pictures of
like
these Pokemon, and you just be like, kind of like an African lion safari thing where you go through and you're just moving and you have to take the pictures
like a
before
limited amount of time.
Yeah, and it was so repetitive, but I just played the shit out of that game. I beat that game like 20 times. I loved it. I don't know why, but I just remember
that's what I loved when you were a kid. Like you can play the same game over and over, even if you like get bored sometimes because you don't have anything else, and it's like. I don't know. You're a kid. You complain less about stuff.
Yeah, like obviously the Pokemon games on the Game Boy were amazing. My favorite Pokemon game on the Game Boy is Pokemon Gold. That was my favorite game.
I like Silver.
Well, either or.
It's like the same thing. It's just different legendary Pokemon.
Yeah, that Gold, Silver, those are the best for me, and especially because of like what it meant to me because I got. The game and like the strategy guide and they're like my parents gave it to me. They're like early birthday present. I'm like early birthday present. All right, and I got it. I was like, oh, this is awesome. And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, here's your other birthday present. It was 2 tickets to see like a Pokemon musical.
That's random.
and in Toronto, and it was the first time I ever went to Toronto, and like I'll never forget that experience. I was just playing Pokemon in the car, and then I went and seen the Pokemon musical. And it was just
the worst thing ever. You know, like before the Game Boys had like the lights on that you could turn on for nighttime. It's like you're playing in the car and it's really dark. Yeah. Every time you go by a stoplight, you could see your game, but it's like every time you don't, you're like under a tunnel. You're like, "Fuck, what's going on?"
You're like looking really close.
That's what I love when the Game Boy Advance SPs came out. You could finally have the light on.
Yeah. I play a lot of the Dragon Ball Z games on Game Boy Advance. I love those games.
What? They had Game Boy Advance games?
Yeah, they were so fun. You collect the Dragon Balls and stuff.
That's random.
That was really fun.
I used to play like Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff.
Yeah.
I think those are the only games I played on Game Boy Advance. I don't remember. Like, I didn't even knew
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball had on.
Yeah, I played Dragon Ball Z, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! And I played Pokemon.
I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, I had a funny story about that. I remember when, like, I think it was, like, Toys R Us, they had, like, this big sale going on. There was a bunch of people, and I came in, and I stole one of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games.
Really?
I stole one of them. They came with, like, 3 cards or something.
That's funny.
I was a bad kid. Don't do bad. Don't steal kids, okay?
Yeah, that's bad. I never stole anything. I was a good
lies
kid.
Right there.
I never stole anything as a kid.
I always stole as a kid. I got in trouble so many times. I remember, like, when we were in kindergarten, we had those, like, little Transformers toys.
You took one home?
Dude, I took, like, every day I took another one home. There was 20 of them. And my teacher, like, every day, she'd be like, I don't know what happened in those toys. Because I always pretended like I was the good kid in class, but I wasn't. Put it up my, like, pants. Go to the washroom. Miss, I gotta go wash. Need help? No, I'm okay. I always bring a toy with me, never return with it. They were dumb.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, that's my spiel.
I can't really think of any other old games.
Well, if you want, we could just end it there.
Yeah, if you guys like have any games that you remember from your past or recently or anything that we didn't mention and you want to talk about it, just comment on the YouTube video and we'll discuss it in the comments.
Yeah, remember to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. We'll have our Twitters on the description.
Yep.
And I'm Mickey Okanovic.
I'm Brandon Rice.
And until next time.
Peace.